Alo, chính quay lại rồi nè. Chính quay lại một xíu, chính quay lại siêu nhanh luôn nhưng mà ờ, cái stream bên Facebook nó bị ngủm rồi. Stream bên YouTube bị ngủm rồi, bên bên Facebook bị ngủm rồi cho nên là chúng ta qua đây. Chào chung. Mình vẫn đang stream đây. Rồi, chính làm cái này một tí xíu nhưng mà trong lúc đó mọi người nghe nhạc ha. Nghe nhạc cái này. Nhạc siêu hay. Cứ nghe đi. Tí chúng tôi đang sửa đồ xong. Kết cục thì mọi thứ từ cái thử nghiệm này thì trừ cái việc là trừ cái việc là cái GPU nó không có chịu nổi nhạc xình xịch. Không phải nhạc xình xịch đâu. Nhạc bậy bạ. Chung thì hôm nay rất là tôi nhìn trông sắc nét vào lời. Ha ha ha. Quá làm rồi, mong rằng là sẽ xong trong thời gian tới ha. Thì khoảng 1-2 ngày nữa thì sẽ có một cái vụ này rất là đặc biệt làm với mọi người ha. Lúc đó cũng là lúc mọi người thấy được model mới luôn. Chắc chị sẽ thấy model cử động thôi, chắc chị sẽ không có làm gì quá nhiều lên nó đâu ha. Không thể khoe hết bài được, không thể khoe hết bài trong cùng một lúc được ha. Rồi, hôm nay thì chỉ đến đây thôi. Rồi khoan nào, phải dừng stream kiểu gì nhỉ? Bây giờ thì chính sẽ chỉ chơi game rồi rồi tự nói một mình thôi nhá. Ai coi tiếp thì coi tiếp đi ha. Hóng model mới. Mọi chơi hóng model mới siêu xịn luôn. Khoan nào, mà chơi gì ta? Biết là kêu chơi game các kiểu này nọ nhưng mà chơi gì luôn. Thôi mẹ ơi, kiểu mấy tuần nay rồi Chiến không có hứng thú gì với game gục luôn á. Lo mấy chuyện gì đâu mà không hề có hứng thú gì với game gục luôn, cho nên là Chứ giờ có cái máy xịn này rồi không biết làm chơi game bây giờ không biết chơi game gì cả. Xong một số tôi nó xong mà tôi xuống thế một cái máy này trời. Cái này coi. Load your product key. Recommend removing reinstalling the game. Exit. Ok. Phiền ghê ta. Mình muốn làm gì cũng không biết làm gì đấy, không biết muốn chơi gì cả. Chẳng muốn chơi gì cả. Cảm thấy bó tay. Xem nào. Cái này coi. Bạn lại cũng đang first time setting up luôn. Khiếp thiệt. Tôi có bao nhiêu cái game mà game nào cũng kiểu lần đầu lại cái kiểu phiền ghế luôn á. Hay là thử đổi sang model khác coi. Thử đổi sang model này coi cho mọi người chiêm ngưỡng chơi. Oh wow. Không cho thấy cái đầu thôi. Cho thấy cái đầu thôi. Không biết có nên không, nhưng mà thôi kệ, cứ xài đại đi khổ quá. Thằng nào xài cứ xài cái kia hoài chắc cũng mọi người thấy hoài cũng chán rồi. Thôi tôi đùa. Yêu model cũ. Cái tiếng gì vậy? Sao lại trông như vậy? Hay không? Nhạc nghe vẻ hay nhỉ? Wow, nghe vô vọng phết. Công nhận, chứ không ngờ cái game như này nghe nhạc nó thấy vô vọng ghê luôn đấy. Cái solo nào. Do you want a tutorial? Không, khỏi tutorial đi. New game. Survival. Rồi chơi tutorial trước đó. Have one day. Bật cái này lên. Không biết nói với mọi người như nào đấy, nhưng mà con game này nó không phải là nhẹ nhàng đâu. Nó rất là nặng về này là chọn đặc tính rồi disorganized volatility spotting, bật nó quyền admin và bật nó lên outdoor is effective disease sleepyhead nhiều hơn. Xui xẻo hả? Ok, không sao hết, mình cũng hay xui xẻo, không sao hết cả. Cat eye, better vision at night, transfer item quickly. Ok, đây là chọn đặc tính. Unemployed. Thôi rồi, quất unemployed luôn, mệt quá. Unemployed luôn. Game này chủ yếu là game zombie. Mình như thấy cái tên nó là khá rõ ràng rồi, nhưng mà chủ yếu là nó rất là chậm chạp trong cái khoản về cái mặt zombie ấy.
Today I'll show you how to fix the OBS lag that you get when recording Apex Legends. As you can see on the background as of right now, I have a gameplay footage of Apex Legends running at 60 FPS, no lag, no FPS drop anywhere in the video. And this is actually a pretty easy fix that most people probably don't know about. If you don't know by now what VSync does to a game, it pretty much makes it so that it locks it at your monitor refresh rate. This depends if your monitor is at 30 Hz, 40 Hz, 59 Hz, 60 Hz, 120 Hz, 144 Hz, so on. In order to easily know what your monitor refresh rate is, all you have to do is right click on your desktop and click on display settings. Scroll down until you see advanced display settings where your display info will be set at. As you can see from my display information as of now, I have set my resolution at 2K, which I'll say how to do this in another video. But regardless of resolution, right below we have our refresh rate or our HC, which tells you what your screen is running at. And this is how you pretty much check your monitor refresh rate. Now you're probably wondering why the video is lagging so damn much. It's not your device for sure, and neither is your internet. I mean, I know YouTube can be laggy sometimes because wireless internet goes at some points, but what you're actually seeing right now is footage that I took with a setting that I simply changed in Apex Legends. And if you didn't know this by now, it all has to do with a setting called vertical sync. You're probably asking, but TTA2, there's like 5 settings for vertical sync, and I don't know what they do. So what the hell am I supposed to choose? And I also have my other graphics all very low. Yeah, my recording still lags, but my game doesn't. Why is that? The simple answer to that is that you're putting too much pressure on your CPU, all because you have your frames unlocked. In order to fix that, all you have to do is make sure your VSync is set to double buffered. Now before you get all hype and start recording, knowing that your recording is probably running at 60 FPS now, make sure you don't go overboard with the graphics settings for the game itself, otherwise this will happen instead.
Chạy lên lầu 2 nhanh. Ôi no. Làm gì đấy? Sao bỏ đông vậy?
You're not noticing the change in here is that the FPS tends to dip sometimes.
Ôi no, bọn nó đang trong bên cửa kia. Ôi no, không có đường thoát luôn. Không đường thoát không? Có cây súng cái gì không? Ôi no, bị kẹt đường cùng luôn rồi quá. Có vẻ hơi lag hả? Sắp chết rồi nhưng mà vẫn phải lo về cái chuyện cái máy này nó lag, có bị lag không hay không. Bị lag rồi. Toàn rồi, chúng ta đang chạy lag. Xíu ha. Pause game lại. Không có drop frame. Vậy cái gì lag ta? Cái game này rất là bố đời. Display là multi-core processor. Còn là body corps. Blood decal, lock frame, uncap mà zoom, pan camera while zooming. nhanh đi, ăn đi. Bắt cửa nhanh đi, sẵn sàng rồi. Cho tao chết đi. Cho nó lắc vào lỡ luôn đấy. Chiêm ơi, Chiêm đang coi không? Chiêm thấy lắc không Chiêm? Chiêm ơi. Nghe tiếng bay nó khè khè tại. Wow. Nó cứ cà giật này, nó càng làm cái này càng cái lý do mà tại sao nó cà giật vậy là tại vì nó bên kia đông quá, mở cửa nó chạy out quá. Bọn nó phá cửa bị bọn nó bù lên nốt trong nha. Nó responding luôn. Rồi zombie cái game nó responding luôn. Cái con game nó responding luôn. Biết ngay mà không game nào, không có game nào đọ được rồi con đó, biết ngay mà, biết ngay gì. Đấy. Quyết định khôn ngoan. Không có một cái gì đọ rồi cái game này cả. Tại vì là cái mỗi con zombie đấy, tại vì cái lượng zombie trong
Not all the times, but it sometimes tends to lag, so make sure that is not happening to you with whatever graphics card you're using. Your next question to me is probably, GTA2, how do I know what to set my graphics at so I know it isn't stressing my GPU with too much work? Well, all you need to know about this is to check when your 3D section is going up to 100%, your dedicated GPU memory is reaching its peak, and your GPU temperature is reaching a very high temperature, which in this case, mine would be at around 85 degrees Celsius. If you don't want your PC to burn, then cool down your graphics card, with some ice probably, it's your best choice, or maybe put it in the freezer, I don't know, do something with it. This includes your processor as well, by the way. Speaking of the GPU, you want to make sure your texture streaming budget or your TSB is just about below your GPU threshold. As an example, my GPU contains 6 GB of video RAM, but as you can see, I put my TSB at high, which occupies 4 GB of VRAM.
Hôm nay thôi nhá. Cái stream này nó sẽ được xóa sau ha. Tại vì cái này nói chung chỉ là thử nghiệm loanh quanh thôi chứ không có gì quá to tát nha.
Hey guys, what's up? My name is Speedbreaker, and in today's video I'm gonna show you a few tips how to fix a laggy livestream. Now, if you've ever tried to livestream Apex Legends, chances are that your stream ended up looking like this.
Rồi, chính chỉ stream đến hôm nay thôi. Bye bye mọi người nha. Vừa vào sọ rồi. Tại vì ấy, xong việc là ra đi thôi.
And this is even on a pretty decent machine. I'm using an i9-9900K at 5 GHz, an RTX 2080, as well as 32 gigs of DDR4 memory clocked at 3200 MHz. Also, the game was running absolutely smooth at 1440p and max settings. I had around 120, maybe 150 FPS, and felt absolutely no lag whatsoever. Now, when looking at the stats on Twitch, I could see that I would stream at a stable 60 FPS and that I had no skipped frames. Also odd was that in OBS Studio, I had a green connector and no drop frames. So in today's video, let's find out what causes this issue and how to fix it. Note that while I'm talking a lot about Apex Legends in this specific video, all of the tips that I'm showing are obviously also applicable to any other game that is using a lot of GPU resources. Now, to diagnose this issue, you want to open up the Stats tab. You can find this under View and Stats, and this will provide you with additional information on your livestream. Now, immediately from the screen, we can see what the problem here is. We are missing a huge amount of frames due to the rendering lag. And on top of that, if you're using NVENC, you're likely also going to get a huge percentage of missed frames due to the encoding lag. So the problem here really is that games such as Apex Legends are simply squeezing out every last bit of performance out of your GPU, basically leaving no GPU performance left for other programs. Now, while this is very nice in order to get the highest possible performance in-game, it's also very bad because OBS is using the GPU to composite your scene. And therefore this issue arises independently if you're streaming using your GPU, so using NVENC, or on your CPU, so using X264. Now, fortunately, Microsoft is well aware of this GPU allocation issue, as they call it, and they've brought out a patch. And these improvements are included in the 7th major upgrade to Windows 10, which is going to be shipped to consumers as the Windows Upgrade 1903. Now, in order to check on which version of Windows you are, click on the Start icon, go to Settings, type in About Your PC, scroll all the way to the bottom, and there you'll find your Windows version. Now, if you're not yet on version 1903, click on the Start icon, type in Update, and check for updates. Now, in case you're watching this video soon after it's being uploaded, then chances are that Windows is not going to present you with the option to update to 1903 just yet. The reason is that Microsoft usually always distributes these patches, these large patches, in kind of waves, and sometimes you're not yet in an early wave. Now, there is actually a reason is that the option to update to 1903 just yet. The reason is that Microsoft usually always distributes these patches, these large patches, in kind of waves, and sometimes you're not yet in an early wave. Now, there is actually a way to force your computer to upgrade to 1903. The adopter of Windows updates, good data bound one disk, the Start icon, get started with sign, hit confirm. 1903 when you go to Windows. Enable the game mode. The fixes didn't apply if I didn't enable the game mode, so basically I got the exact same rendering and encoding lag on the new version, but as soon as I enabled the game mode, the rendering lag was significantly improved. Now, unfortunately, these fixes to the GPU allocation bug are primarily directed to users of a 1080p monitor. Now, if this is you, if this has fixed your problem, then have fun and enjoy streaming. Now, for everybody else out there that has a 4040p display or even a 4K monitor, or that maybe doesn't have a very beefy computer, this fix might not have solved your problem. But don't you worry, I have an entire slew of other potential fixes that you can try to apply in order to get a smooth live stream. Now, the first thing you probably want to do if you're live streaming Apex Legends is to limit your FPS in-game. Now, in order to do that, click on Settings in Origin, click on Game Properties, go to Advanced, and enter +FPS_max, and then a number. Now, in my case, I can put in 120 because I usually get much higher FPS than 120, but this number may obviously vary depending on your computer. Now, in most cases, these two fixes should definitely help improve the weak rendering performance in OBS when playing Apex Legends. Now, if this still didn't relieve the rendering lag in OBS Studio, then you can also try and decrease the in-game visual settings in Apex Legends. And most specifically, you probably want to decrease the texture streaming budget to something like medium or low in order to get a little bit more headroom for OBS Studio to actually properly work. Also, disabling the preview in OBS itself is greatly going to improve the rendering performance. And finally, if all of these things haven't helped you, then the reason for your rendering lag might actually be connected to your webcam. Now, I also have a Logitech Brio, which is a 4K webcam that also does 1080p at 60 FPS. And once I disabled this webcam, I got absolutely no rendering or encoding lag whatsoever. Now, obviously, you probably don't want to just disable your face cam, so just setting it to 720p and 60 FPS instead of 1080p is already going to greatly improve the rendering performance of OBS and therefore
had a lot of fun. My favorite moments were, and I'm asking Clippers, please, the various perfectly cut screams with the proximity chat. Callie specifically, that one round where everybody was terrified of me, and every time somebody would walk by me, it would just be blood-curdling screams in and out. So I'd like to see a perfectly cut screams compilation of some sort, if there are enough.
The rat has not been in sight for a while.
Oh!
Me. Said that around someone who could be perfect place to get killed.
Hello there.
Please don't hurt me! Please!
Hello.
Girl! Oh, shit. I probably shouldn't have said that around someone who could be... I'm just trying to be a good little sheriff.
Te 甘えた息を吸って
世界をトレード夜に沈む終電で家路をたどる僕の目に映るガラス窓にいたのは夢見た自分じゃなくて今にも泣き出してしまいそうな暗闇の中一人ただ迷っている悲しい人大丈夫いつか大丈夫になるなんて思う日々をいくつ重ねた今日だって一人東京の景色に透ける僕は幽霊みたいだ失うことに慣れてく流れ忘れてしまったあの願いさえも思い出した時に涙が落ちたのはこの街がただあまりにも眩しいから散々だって笑いながら泣けくない排他的な日々の中の日の思いがフラッシュバック気づけば朝まで開くロジック僕の言葉を音に乗せて何度でも失うことに慣れてく流れ忘れてしまったあの日々でさえもそれでもまた先へなんて思えるのは君がいるからねえこんな寂しい街でねえ三千と輝く街の明かり対照的な僕を見下ろすビルの先でを伸ばしてあの日揺れた景色をなぞって僕の時間とその世界をそれの明日を呼ぶ失うことに慣れてく中でなくさずにいた大事な想いを抱きしめたラブイに涙が落ちたのはこの街でまだ生きてたいと思うから君もそうでしょう
いくつの雲美観主義愛の反省一人じゃんけ運命と縛りにない国それも安定ないのはラバートゥペイ I want to hand like the moment of the diamond rings Cause God I do feel I don't care about the little things Anyway 吹き出たわけでゴミ当たってそれだって限界でI'm moving on and I'm never ever turning back around, around, around again. I go higher and I go higher. I'm not going to take that down if you try. あらない世界飛び越してたいな。No, I ain't running with open my eyes. それない世の界君への返品さえ Get your heart right, right out. Get ya, get ya, get ya. 待ちっぱなしの恋なんて超完璧すべてだってこのファイナルライト君なんて大正解 Get your heart right, right out. Get ya, get ya, get ya. All of my friends used to want me to touch it. Baby, I covered, I couldn't touch it. I'm gonna slip that up in the air. マジキの止まる時のキスがないな。酸素吸っては一応酔いで辛いな。なななな。I don't want the hand like the moment of the diamond rings. Cause that I do feel I don't care about the little things. Every day 自己愛は順調で先手に過剰金さなってたいべ。I'm moving on and I'm never ever turning back around, around, around again. I go higher and I go higher. I'm not going to take that down if you try. あらない世界 紛れないようにたくさんの光放つよその全てが君のとこへあふれ流れ着く頃夏の夜ももう暗くないよ深く青く染まるよ待ち合わせ場所楽しみそうな君の顔が浮かび
If your stream is dropping frames, blurry, or your game is lagging, then this video is for you. However, if your internet upload speed is less than 5, or your PC already has issues playing the game, unfortunately this video will not solve your issues and I'm not here to waste your time. But hopefully, I'm going to help you turn this into this. And if this video Own.tv. They are a group of graphic designers that deliver a high quality and professional countless hours fits your style and persistent orders alerts. We are going to be going through a lot today, but sometimes there's a quick and easy fix that just happens to solve the problem. And one of those easy fixes that may help you is switching from Streamlabs OBS over to OBS Studios because it is known to cause less issues on OBS Studios. Another quick fix is going to Streamlabs OBS or OBS Studios, and it will allow assuming this was OBS, both which are very. The base canvas resolution should be whatever your monitor's resolution is. So if the monitor that you are streaming from is a 1920 by 1080p monitor, type that in for the base resolution. Now the output resolution is what you are streaming to Twitch. The smaller the size, the easier it is to stream, but the smaller the size, the worse the quality. 1280 by 720p is still HD, but it is smaller so that your PC should be able to handle it easier. We can change this later on in the video if this does not work. The downscale filter will be Lanczos. This is said to be the best. And then your FPS, we're going to start off with 60 FPS because you want to stream in 60 FPS. But we, once again, will let you know if you should change this if you can't handle 60 FPS streams. Next, go over to output. This is probably what your guys' will look like. Just click this and go down to advanced. The most important part about your stream is the encoder. Are you going to be streaming with your graphics card or your CPU? If you have NVENC is your graphics card or AMD. X264 is your CPU because those have output, and Twitch breaks the quality of your to Twitch and it will make it a little bit more blurry. So if your stream is blurry, it may be because of the bitrate. Keyframe interval, set that Set to 2, that is what Twitch wants you to do. Preset, I would recommend turning this to quality, but if you are struggling, you can turn this to max performance. Max performance will lower the quality of your stream, but it will make sure everything runs smoothly, which is good. It's better to have a smooth running stream and a little bit bad quality than a really choppy stream. Set the profile on OBS Studios or Streamlabs OBS to high. This makes sure the PC prioritizes your stream above everything else. Turn off look ahead, turn on cycle visual tuning if you have it. It does bitrate. None of these settings work and your stream is dropping frames, you can do one of two things. Go to settings, go to video, and what you can do is change your FPS to 30. This will lighten and lower the resolution output, and change the bitrate, make sure it's at 6000. If it is not not at 6,000 and you are playing Fortnite, there may be a little bit of blurriness. And that is just because Fortnite is a fast-paced game that you will probably need the full 6,000 bitrate. But if you're playing an easy game like Fall Guys or Among Us or something like that, a lower bitrate will be perfectly fine and you guys won't be able to notice. If your stream is running perfectly fine but you are dropping FPS in whatever game you were playing, such as Fortnite, just know that this is normal.
The jungle. Primeval home to an exotic assortment of rare species. None more rare than the murky-breasted pygmy jungle fowl. What a privilege to be the first to capture on film its festive plumage, its regal bearing, its wild, fear-filled eyes. Is that a fucking helicopter?
Let's roll.
Let's roll.
Haha, noob. You got AWP, you can't kill me. Come on, kill me, bro. I thought you were better than... Not even half my score, bitch.
Oh, you're saying something? No, couldn't hear you.
Yeah, because you're gay.
Deaf? Wait, what? Gay people are deaf now?
What?
They are now?
Alright. Just shut the fuck up, dude. Oh, first kill. Oh, you're dead, bitch.
Oh, you're dead.
Well, you're also dead.
And again.
Yeah, you're also dead.
Nice shot.
Catch up with me, bitch. Oh fuck. You got nothing. Gonna use AWP. What? Really? Oh, with that spot.
Nice shot.
Suck it.
That match is broken again. So lagging.
Yeah, the game's shit right now, it's lagging as hell.
So you're from the Philippines, right?
The fuck are you saying?
Fucking hate it, fucking Chinese.